Rhode Island Cabinets, Fall River chow mein sandwiches, not to be confused with the Salem chop suey sandwich, mind you. We're on the hunt for home plates, local food favorites found in just one place and nowhere else. Which brings us to a rotary off Route 128 in Wakefield. Here we encounter an object unlike anything we've ever seen before.
Is this not a thing of absolute beauty right here, my guy? And it's the Schnurble. You got sweet cabbage, mayo, sriracha. Got his monster dog down the middle with some pieces of chorizo. What a dream come true.
Carl Galasso inherited the Schnurble when he bought Fred's Franks from the original owner a few years back, the result of watching his favorite TV show.
My wife and I were watching Chronicle one night, and they were saying how people in their mid-50s are reinventing themselves getting into the mobile food truck business.
Out went the career in semiconductors. In came the Schnurbles.
Watching Chronicle can change your life. I'm living proof. Honest to God.
Fred's Franks opens up when the weather turns warm, a sure sign of spring, plumes of smoke emanating from the rotary by Lake Quannapowitt.
My burnt offering is going up. The Schnurble is being offered.
Fred's Franks offers a heart-clogging variety of dogs and sausages of different sizes, including the Shaggy Dog, a pearl hot dog buried in piles of pastrami. But make no mistake, the one and only Schnurble is king.
That's right, only one Schnurble on the whole planet.
Speaking of ones and onlys,
we love our Brambles.
We love the flavor. They're like a little pocket of pie.
They gave me one to try, and it was love at first bite.
Brambles, a West Roxbury tradition.
We probably do maybe 3,000 to 4,000 Brambles a week out the door, which is amazing.
Generations of West Roxbury residents have made the pilgrimage to this corner bakery on Center Street to find that which cannot be found anywhere else, the Bramble. The late mayor, Tom Menino, among its many fans.
He came in every week. He was a loyal customer of the Brambles.
Eric Petit owns Sugar Baking Company, where this unique delicacy is made. Raspberry jam inside a flaky, buttery pastry.
There's a lot into it, where we have to sheet it, cut it, fill it, top it, crimp it, and sugar it. But, you know, we have it down to a science, and we have someone probably does 50 hours a week just strictly doing Brambles.
Yeah, Brambles.
Local folks with family living away know what's expected of them.
And they say if you don't bring the Brambles, don't show up.
Just ask Cheryl Smithrock, who's preparing to visit her godmother in New Hampshire.
I'm going to a baby shower and she wants Brambles.
And how many Brambles does a Brambler eat?
I could house 5 to 10 in a sitting.
But Drew Zeif's personal best?
Oh, 15. Easily. And if I have coffee, maybe 20.
How's this for strange? In Cincinnati, they flavor their chili with cinnamon and ladle it on top of spaghetti. Hawaiians are wild about Spam in their sushi. And in Alabama, they dunk their dill pickles in Kool-Aid. But before you start feeling all superior, here in New England, we do have a long tradition of eating bread straight out of a can.
It's almost like a dessert. It's that tasty.
Kevin Feeney may live in Concord, but his South Boston roots emerge every year for his special birthday dinner.
Every year, it's brown bread, hot dogs, and beans.
His wife Claudia grew up in a Lebanese-American household where fresh food ruled.
Nothing from a can.
An accomplished cook, she offered to make Kevin something special for his 60th birthday.
I said, Claudia, I want brown bread, hot dogs, and beans. And if you saw the look on her face, it went.
Well, you know, they're Irish, what can I say? Their food tastes are very different from other people, as I might say.
Actually, brown bread in a can has a blue blood lineage.
Yes, it goes back to the very beginnings of this European settlement of this region.
Keith Stavely and his wife Kathleen Fitzgerald have written a number of books on New England food history.
There wasn't enough wheat in this part of the world to have wheat bread on a regular basis.
Today's brown bread has whole wheat added to the cornmeal, rye, and molasses. The Northeast and Boston in particular are the last holdouts for this once common kitchen staple.
I think most families, certainly in the Boston area, had brown bread frequently. And brown bread and franks and beans, that was a Saturday night dinner. We think it's really a shame that we're losing these traditions.
Tell that to the birthday boy out in Concord.
I wish I had 5 birthdays a year, and that still wouldn't be enough.
All right, and back to that bramble. It was originally created at the Hanley Bakery, which once occupied the same space as Sugar Baking Company.
Right, and Eric Petit, when he took over the space and created Sugar Baking Company, he was told in no uncertain terms by the people in the neighborhood that his success or failure would absolutely depend on whether or not he continued to serve the bramble. So, smartly, he has done that.
I want to try one of those brambles. All right, coming up next, how to eat a Johnny cake.